Hi, welcome back to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program. Excuse me, Target Individual Program, Target Individual Experience. Again, I am going to show you guys when I talk about how the how law enforcement, all right, is actually criminal predators enforcement, all right, within the law enforcement agencies across America. And here's a story where, again, you're going to shake your head and be like, wow. So, again, like I said, I don't need to make up lies. I don't need to get people to lie on other people. I don't need to get people to set people up. I don't need to do all that stuff. Okay? They do. Right? And the reason why they do, because, again, the vast majority of predator cops across America, I should say the vast majority of police across America or actually have a predatorial mindset, right? Whether it's from when they join the police department or through years of working with other predator officers, they become predators themselves, right? So they're called, so that's why I said, New York Predator Department, because there is a distinction between the New York Predator Department and the New York Police Department. New York Police Department takes accountability, they correct their officers, they train the officers properly, whereas the New York Predator Department, they just let the officers do whatever, and they do whatever. No accountability. They can plan drugs, they can engage in setups, frame-ups, they can do all the things, that they want to do without any oversight, without any accountability, and they get away with it. All right? But this one here, it literally takes the cake.
Now at 6, the fallout is growing from our special TMJ4 investigation, Ghosted.
We just confirmed the deputy exposed in our reports has resigned, and top Milwaukee County leaders are speaking out about our reporting.
County Executive, what is your reaction?
All right, let me just get to the story here. Okay, let's see here.
Our investigation uncovered a mysterious and unsolved hit and run.
But what's more, after the crash, a woman says someone then tried to grab her baby. The case was closed with almost no investigation. Our reports revealing a lack of oversight and accountability at many levels.
And that brings us to tonight's report. TMJ4's Ben Jordan just spoke with two of Milwaukee County's top elected officials about this case. And he's about to show us how we found out that deputy is no longer on the force.
The Milwaukee County Board of Supervisors has some oversight of the sheriff's office, so we reached out to every county supervisor.
Now, I want you to listen to what just happened, what they said, right? That happened. Here's a police officer who, and I don't think this is an incident at all, an accident at all. I think this was, he was stalking this woman, who had a baby. She could have been, and this could have been any other woman, but it just happened to be her, right? And literally crashed into her car, right? And then tried to take her baby. And on top of that, he's allowed to resign. Okay? He's allowed to resign. No criminal prosecution, no charges brought against the officer, but he's allowed to resign. So again, now, can anybody in the public sphere do something like that and get away with it? And say, okay, well, you need to resign from your job? Think about that. When I talk about the dark triads, they position themselves in positions of power, right? And what we're seeing now is that there's enough of them inside law enforcement to where now they're just doing whatever. Okay, because now they're going to. I tell you, in the next decade, it's particularly for white people too. They're going to be feeling what black people feel from these predator officers. Okay, because they're no longer looking at them as being white. They look at them as, oh well, if what, you're getting loud with me, or you think you have power. And again, it's a lot of this has to do with white America and allowing a lot of stuff to happen to black people. Okay.
supervisor to ask for their reaction to this botched case. One sent this email yesterday to Sheriff Danita Ball, saying he has questions and concerns. What do you hope to hear back?
An open response, an open, honest response.
This is County Supervisor Sheldon Watt.
I mean, listen, these people don't give a damn. They don't care. The only reason why they're acting as if they care is because, again, there are good journalists out there. Okay, this is why the press is important. All right, not the press that is beholden to the government, not the agents that work for the news agencies, but real journalists, right, who want to tell the truth, right? And again, if this news reporter did not engage in this sort of journalistic investigation, remember, they already closed the case, right? Because they knew it was the police officer. They knew who it was. But they knew that the report was, well, they probably said, listen, you need to resign, okay? We're not going to fire you. We're not going to bring up a trial, but you need to resign. So therefore, he gets his pension or whatever. And he gets to go work in another police department elsewhere.
Who told Wasserman that Bassich was no longer on the force. His last day on the job was mid-February and submitted his resignation earlier this month. That's information the sheriff's office didn't share with us, even though we sent them multiple interview requests dating back to January.
I mean, of course not. Why would, what pisses me off about these news agencies is that they have not learned that this is normal within the police departments. That this is a normal thing. Right? And they know, but again, they have to act as if they're surprised. But they shouldn't be.
Some of those requests came after his resignation. The sheriff's spokesperson finally confirmed to us Friday that Bassich left the department.
All right.
Friday morning, we also showed up at an unrelated event to talk to County Executive David Crowley. We asked him about the case and how the sheriff's investigation fell apart. Do you think this case should be reopened?
Well, I don't have enough information more about this case to say whether it should be reopened or not. I think that
again, and here you have these are what I call the Sambos, right? The Sambos, Dr. Umar Johnson called them the coons, the Negropeans. After all of this, after what he saw, he is still talking about, well, I don't know if this case would be, again, law enforcement, they can do whatever they want. Okay? And a lot of these people, particularly the black ones, the Sambos, the Negropeans, they are either compromise in a way in which, because imagine if this was his wife, right? If this was his wife, do you think he'd be saying this? And if it was his child, you think he'd be saying this? Unbelievable.
Everyone here at Milwaukee County can acknowledge that this is an unfortunate situation.
County Executive Crowley says he hasn't reached out to the sheriff's office yet to request more information, while making sure we knew that he has no authority over the sheriff's office aside from signing off on its budget. This could have happened to anyone. What if it happened to your wife and newborn child? Would you be okay with how this case was handled?
Well,
I like that answer. I like that question. I love that question, because this shows me that this journalist is actually thinking. Right? He's not going by some script, but he's actually thinking. Okay, but these compromised Sambos and Negropeans, they're in their position, and they love their position more than those people out in the general public, right? So they're willing to throw the civilians under the bus, right? So they can, engage in what's the word I'm looking for here? Advancing their career. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to end this right here. Again, it's unbelievable that I'm still you know, like I said, things don't shock me, but this right here, this shocked me. It really did. But you know, and shout out to all the people who do these audits of police officers, because these people are doing an amazing job of showing the public that most of these police officers don't need to be police officers when they don't even know the law. That they make up their own laws, right? Whenever it deems fit for them, or whatever advantage for them. Okay. This is not about about enforcing law. This is a criminal entity, criminal enterprise. Okay, that is aligned itself with its corporate sponsors and donors, and that's who they're beholden to. Okay, the prison industry, particularly private prison industry, are now the factories for making products in the United States. Okay. I watched another video of a police arresting a man that, you know, was the wrong identity, and they knew it, and he lied. Basically, he lied, and it was another black person that came. I think it was his captain that came and aided him in lying on this innocent man who had 4 children at home waiting for him. Okay, he just went to get breakfast for them, and this is what they did to this man. It's unbelievable. Talk to you guys in the next video.